Thousands marched in Africa and around the world at the weekend to pressure governments into doing more to stop the poaching industry that many fear is driving rhinos and elephants to the brink of extinction. The protest, dubbed the Global March for Elephants and Rhinos, took place in 136 cities and towns across 6 continents, from Soweto to Nairobi and Paris to San Francisco and Tokyo. In Nairobi, Kenyans asked the world to shun ivory and rhino horn products in what is said to be the largest demonstration of its kind. In South Africa, which is struggling to stem a rhino poaching crisis, demonstrators gathered in 17 cities. Home to the world's largest population of rhinos, it has seen at least 700 killed so far this year. More than 35,000 elephants are also killed across Africa every year for their tusk, which are used especially in China for prize decorations and trinkets. Hundreds turned out for the Washington leg of the global protest. The protests were meant to highlight the so-called Gang of 19 countries listed by CITES, the international regulatory body for trade in wildlife, as not doing enough to curb trafficking. Among the countries are China, Vietnam, Laos, Mozambique, Angola and Kenya. Wildlife crime is estimated to be worth around $20 billion a year.
We are marching to fight for the lives of elephants and rhinos in Kenya because they are at a critical low, and we don't want to wait till the day that there's one elephant standing in Kenya. We want to take action now.
Wildlife crime is not a petty offense. These are organized crimes committed by criminal syndicates. It's far too much for one small agency, Kenya Wildlife Service, to defeat on their own. And so we as citizens and as friends of elephants and rhinos are saying, we want to help. We want to help the government. We want to crack down. We can't afford to lose our elephants and rhinos. The future we're looking at, if we can't stop the poaching and the trafficking of ivory and rhino horn, is that Kenya will become the land of the big 3. We'll have lost all of our elephants and our rhinos. We just can't afford to do that.
Mombasa is the #1 export of ivory in the world. Second is Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and there's no reason for it. Obviously, the government says they're against poaching here. It's one port. There's no reason we can't clean that up and stop that export.
Well, I lived in Africa as a child. I lived in Kenya, in Nairobi, and in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam. And I saw many of these beautiful animals in the wild. And it's an absolute tragedy to possibly lose them to the future of this planet.
So we're trying to convince lawmakers, not just in the US, but around the world, to simply ban the sale of ivory. And this will basically save the extinction of elephants. And currently, 1 elephant is killed every 15 minutes. And so by 2025, if this keeps up, the species will be completely extinct.